Scheherazade, what's wrong? You are paler than usual. Lick. Eek. Ah, I'm a pharaoh. How dare you? You. How rude. My neck. How dare you? Who are you? Not even master has yet. I mean, Nita Chris, please calm down, she might kill us. Stanislav, we are picking up incoming missiles. We have to tell the Kremlin. No. But, the computer? The science? Nothing ever happens. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and Dr. Doggo will help you with your ligma. Samurai in anime. I will not dishonor myself by using firearms. Samurai in real life. Europeans colonizers during Victorian era. No, we aren't colonizing them, just civilizing these cannibalistic natives. When did we? Also European colonizers during Victorian era. Damn, I wonder what ancient Egyptian mummies taste like. You can't have a beach episode in ancient Rome. The guy who named British-French alliance lies. Yeah, the capital of the USA is New York, send the letter. Campaign 72. Dies. Huh. What the duck? Which message will resonate with voters? Basque people visiting Iceland after 1615. A law which allows Icelandic people to legally kill any Basques on sight. Oh, I scratched my leg. 19th century doctors. Our navy sucks. How do we fix it? Stop sailing into storms. Hire Greeks. Turn naval battles into land battles. Employee of the month. France calculating how much Germany should pay for the World War I war reparations. Inside neutral Switzerland, there are 2 wolves. Labor camps for Allied pilots. Warm bath and a full meal for Nazi pilots. Joe Biden in 1999. I'm once again asking airstrike on Belgrade. German communist deserters trying to warn Stalin about Operation Barbarossa. Stalin sentencing them all to death because he thinks they're all spies. Alexander the Great. Alexander the OK. Alexander the Man. Just Alex. Hello yearly tribute. Yearly tribute machine broke. Unacceptable, prepare for war. First World War literature be like. War is hell. War is hell. Napoleon's generals when they win a few battles and get rewarded by being sent to Spain. Please say psych. Life update. It got worse. Europeans arguing who is the rightful successor to Rome. The Muslims who never stopped calling the air through the Persians and acknowledged the Ottomans as the keys of Rum from the get-go. Viking converting to Christianity after plundering countless monasteries. Mongols converting to Islam after ending the Islamic Golden Age. Lol bro is a bug. Boring. Hermann Göring calculating how many supplies he can provide to the 6th Army. Muhammad searching for another wife. 6-year-old Aisha. Ah, it's my old pal Ulysses from the Mexican War. Surely he will provide reasonable terms for our defeat. No terms except an immediate and unconditional surrender. British troop in 1917. Look at the weird yellow cloud. British troop 5 minutes later. Why aren't we alive? Martin Luther. Behold, these 95 the. Fair enough. These 94 theses. Falkenhayn in the military. Stop calling for peace or I'll ducking depose you. Serbia's response to Austria was surprisingly reasonable. There's no need for war. I love stories of pagan converts to Christianity during the Dark Ages, because most often these warrior kings and chieftains would listen to the story of Christ's crucifixion, and without missing a beat they'd be like, if I was there with my boys we would have saved him. He's a little confused, but he's got the spirit. Clovis was a very earnest and fervent convert. One day the Bishop of Reims, while instructing him in the doctrines of Christianity, described the death of Christ. As the bishop proceeded, Clovis became much excited and at last jumped up from his seat and exclaimed, "Had I been there with my brave Franks, I would have avenged his wrongs." World War II. World War II. If Britain and France would have done something about Hitler before he was prepared. Hey, slaves. If you hate getting crucified so much, then why are you revolting? Gnaeus Pompeius Magnus. Founder. Turning Point Spore. Early humans migrating out of Africa to Asia, Europe and Americas. But I would walk 500 miles. And I would walk 500 more. Of all history's greatest monsters, you are by far the most evil thing I've encountered. Angry snow noises. Nazis when they are told that disabled war veterans and children don't want to charge T-34s with hand grenades. We are gonna kill you. You're in the USS Lexington when it gets hit by a Japanese torpedo and are ordered to abandon ship, but remember all the ice cream stored in the freezer. Stalin having a stroke. His guard thinking it's another one of his tests. Liberal. If George Washington existed today, he would be woke. Republican. No, he would not be woke. George Washington, if he exists today. Yo, dinosaurs are ducking, cool man. Me trying to fall asleep. Biography of an ancient general at 3 AM. France and Britain in the past will rule the world. No, I will rule the world. France and Britain now. This is my fish. America decides whose fish it is. Got this position in chess.com. How do I save my king? Me wishing that another person became the second non-consecutive president in US history. The economy is doing poorly. Panic. President Hoover imposes tariffs to protect domestic producers. Calm. Other nations retaliate with tariffs of their own and the economy goes to shit completely. When Jamaica betrayed Temujin. What are you doing, stepbro? She calls me Mao the way I be laying zeding. Fools with a time machine. Me with a time machine. For the love of God, eat the ducking lipiter. Where best do. Twice. Those duckers hit me twice. Who would do something so horrible twice? They don't know that I've owned a German city once. There are two kinds of saints. Saint Patrick converts pagans through mostly peaceful methods. Saint Olga burns down a city full of pagans. Roman Empire was the greatest empire ever. Then why is the meme in English with Latin alphabet and 70% of French vocabulary? I can't believe Caesar is really taking us to Britain. Who knows what kind of loot we'll find. Probably tons of golden temples ready to be plundered. Do you guys even practice agriculture? Strange looking blokes, ain't they? Hope they stay away from our rock pile. Ancient civilizations. According to conspiracy theorists, hyper advanced aliens have come to Earth and they decided to build a big triangle. Ancient civilizations. In reality, we have created giant monuments and buildings were nothing but bronze, stone and sheer determination. Waffen-SS Aryan enlistment guideline. Aryan before 1943. Aryan after 1943. Most people with a time machine. Take this, you Nazi scum. Shed eyes. Me with a time machine. Die worthless Babylonian. Brooklyn Bridge was under construction at the same time as Custer's last stand. Jesters in fiction. Please stop making fun of me. I only wish to be freed from this living nightmare. Jesters in reality. I'm fed, clothed, well paid. I can insult the king without consequences and I'm in some cases among his most important advisors. Read about an old Bolshevik. Oh, interesting. I haven't heard about him before. Go on Wikipedia. Died 1937. Heineken in Europe. Heineken in Africa. World War I. Ottoman Empire, Russian Empire, German Empire, Austro-Hungary, French and British Empire. Campaign 28. Herbert Hoover. The Catholics want to dig a tunnel from DC to the Vatican. Al Smith. Prohibition should be relaxed. Which message will resonate with voters? The Queen Elizabeth II about to get torpedoed by Libya. Anne was sad at Britishness when they have to leave India because an old man refused to eat. The Confederacy. Congratulations. We've come to protect your state's rights. Kentucky. Please do not resist. We have defeated our enemies. They say history is written by the victor, sir. Surely they mean like, in a general sense. Ah duck, this is so bad. Portuguese colonialism according to the cerebrally impaired. Portuguese colonialism. Over the following decade the indigenous Tupi, Tapuaya, Caite, Goitaka and other tribes which lived along the coast suffered large depopulation due to disease and violence. A process of miscegenation between Portuguese settlers and indigenous women also occurred. First Christian day Mayas in Japan. Mind selling me some rifles? I don't know. I don't sell to non-Christians. Well, my name is Dom Bartholomew, and I'm Christian. Oh, in that case, right this way. Harper's Ferry. John Brown pulling up with legendary weapons. Gregor Mendel when his pea plants get slightly bigger. I can breed you. Losing the Italian lands against Normans. Losing most of the Anatolia against Seljuks. Suffering a Pecheneg invasion. Byzantine Empire in 1091. I didn't hear no bell. People in other countries seeing their pilots return home safely from World War II. Japan. I understand. I'm not Finnish. I am Slavic. Later Mussolini would recall that Hitler had told him that he was mystically and scientifically convinced of being possessed not by a demon, but by a spirit from Aryan mythological prehistory, which caused Mussolini to feel completely disorientated. Modern Roman Empire would be cool. I wanna see that. Persian Empire. We have 200,000 troops and 10,000 immortals. 5,200 Greeks and 300 Spartans at Thermopylae. Bully. A challenge. I love competition. The Nazis World One. If the only way the Nazis could won is if they weren't Nazis. Literally me. Literally me. Literally me. The ancestors you're most proud of. The ancestors I'm most proud of. Cavemen. I wish there was a good source of meat and other goods that will eat our junk and get rid of pests around us. These guys. Say no more. Me. Seeing George Washington depicted as a hero, a great leader, and an inspiration to all. Okay. Japanese. George Washington straight up punching a tiger. Me. Revolution will only happen in the industrialized world. Karl Marx. Karl Marx. Yes, I'm aware that he was dead by the time this happened. This isn't supposed to be taken literally. So, yeah, we just used some old bricks lying around in the Indus Valley to build the 160 kilometers long railway line. What happened? Archaeological Survey of India. You what? What I like to think of my ancestry. What it probably actually was. When he finally reached Turkey, Timur allegedly promised not to shed blood if the town of Sivas surrendered. Trusting his word, they did. It said he had 3,000 of the townspeople buried alive, and Timur maintained that he had kept his promise. After all, there was no blood. They had us in the first half. Not gonna lie. Medieval period peasants didn't have rotten teeth because they didn't consume sugar like we do nowadays. Hollywood. Medieval period peasants had rotten teeth because they are poor and didn't brush their teeth. Hollywood. The British Admiralty when HMS Hood, which was specifically redesigned after several British battle cruisers exploded from lucky German hits, explodes from a lucky German hit. You weren't supposed to do that. 1650 to 1815 Europe. Persians. Our arrows will block out the sun. Spartans. Who wants to invade the East for living space? Who wants to live there? 5.56 service rifles during the Cold War. Everyone has a completely different gun, because we are all special and free thinking. Warsaw Pact service rifles. Everyone has a slightly different version of the same gun and the parts aren't even interchangeable. Year 1440, Johannes Gutenberg has just invented the printing press. What does it say? The first message. You are out of magenta? Mikhail Gorbachev in 1989 explaining to the UN why he just traded 17 submarines, a frigate, a cruiser, and a destroyer. All I wanted was a Pepsi. Just one Pepsi. Gets plenty of exercise, drinks pure water, breathes pollution-free air, eats free-range organic diet, dead by age 35. Khmer Rouge invading Vietnam, murdering thousands of people, and then trying to fight in open battle. Vietnam steamrolling the Khmer Rouge all the way to Thailand within a month. International community. Occupying Corsica will be easy. They are Italians like us. Hey, what can I do for you, fellow Italian? Poor Kufa sister. Imagine being in a COD lobby with some of history's greatest shit talkers. I need someone to be my friend. Maybe send me an angel. The nicest angel you have. Laughing. Mom, how's the job search going? How close was Rome to an industrial revolution? A Scandinavian person meeting one of the gods. Oh look, it's Frigga. I will aid you in battle and instruct you how to find a good mate, if this is what you want. A Greek person meeting one of their gods. Oh look, it's Athena. Prepare Uranus. Venture capital now. I just led a $50 million Series B into my 4th calendar scheduling app this year because their Zoom integration reduces meeting conflicts by 6%. The founder went to Stanford and worked at Stripe for 8 months, so downside risk is basically zero. Plus their deck had really clean margins. Venture capital 1600s. I just funded an armed fleet to conquer the only islands in the world that grow nutmeg. If we can seize their nutmeg trees and eliminate all competition, we'll make 60,000% returns and become more powerful than most European kingdoms combined. Promise me, you won't cry. I promise. 3D reconstruction of an 8-month-old cat buried alongside its master. 9,500 years ago. The average lifespan of an African wildcat in the wild is around 11 years. I won't cry. Japanese people when they see a second sun. Aztec gods when they see a second sun. A general from Han China was sent to be a diplomat for what they heard was a great empire known as the Roman Empire. Me, nice. They can finally meet. Parthian authorities basically lied to prevent the Chinese general from ever reaching Rome and established talks with them. Me, pops knuckles with malicious intent. France-Germany relationship after World War I. Christians. To justify their actions, French leaders of the Crusade claimed that they were taking their revenge against the Greeks for the fall of their ancient Trojan homeland, instead of fighting Muslims. What did we ever do to you? This is for Troy. Someone, why do all Asians look the same? Genghis Khan. Good question. The French explorer Jean Nicolet, thinking he had landed in China, so the textbook says, put on a bright Chinese robe and began firing pistols in the air to establish his authority. An ignorant old man asks you what virtue is. He suddenly starts asking more questions. Teutonic Knights. Swedish Empire. Prussia. Austrian Empire. Russian Empire. Soviet Union. Third Reich. LMAO, this guy was named Timothy Lame. Damn, that must have been one of the shittiest leaders in history. Also, Timothy Lame casually kills 5% of the world population all by himself. Alright, I want this pyramid of skulls bigger. Time to behead more peasants. Italy, Germany and Japan. Promising to be friends forever once it looks like they're gonna win. After the Allies were finally finished with them. Italy becoming the military laughingstock for the rest of time. Germany, sword inducting half. And Japan, nuked twice. Against the power of Germany, there can be no victory. We must sign the armistice. It would be an honorable surrender. My friend. Tell me, old friend. When did the Lion of Verdun abandon honor for treason? O mighty creator, take this sacrificial virgin as a. O mighty creator, take this sacrificial virgin. Wow man, you are a true hero. You have fought with us since 1940. Be Hakim, Tunisia, and now France, ready to liberate the motherland. Look, we need one last thing from you. Anything, sir? Yeah. Can you give your uniform and your rifle to that fine white man over there? The opioid crisis in the USA in the 90s. I'm going to prescribe you OxyContin. You won't have any more pain and it's safe. 2 weeks later. Hey, I'm in need. I need some painkillers. How the Allies saw the Italian people. How Mussolini saw the Italian people. Naval combat now. Enemy missiles are just 340 miles away. Deploy countermeasures right ducking now and proceed with the Sugna protocol. May God have mercy on us. Versus naval combat then. See that shape on the horizon? It's them. Fire everything. She was a girl. He was a boy. Precision bombing now. Which door of the moving vehicle do you want to hit with the hellfire? Precision bombing then. We're over the ducking city boys. Bombs away. We should wait till 11 to end the war. Yo 11. 11 at 11, that's so sick. Meanwhile Henry Gunder's head. A Western tourist who paid to take a photo with samurai armor on 1890. Probably the first documented weeb in history. Devi Danger. Memellion. Has a musician meme in the video. My brain is for me.